I'm here, I swear I'm here. VEDA. Okay, so I'm filming this and it's almost 9:30 and it's really loud because my mom is watching TV and my brother. My brother is chasing around the dog and everything's loud and I'm sure I'm bothering my mom. But I wanted to make this VEDA video before I went another day without making one. Hello nerd fighters and those who are equally awesome. Today is Tuesday, the 27th. See, I would know this right away if I kept making my freaking videos every day like I'm supposed to. And I took a shower earlier, which is why I look like a royal mess. And I just apologize for the general mess, like chaotic blah that this video is. Originally I had planned to talk about my birthday for this video. And then I had planned to talk about something that, get this, was inspired by my econ class. And then I got an idea from watching Glee. So I'm going to talk about the Glee one, and I'll talk about my birthday on Thursday when I get my freaking tattoo. Oh! And I'll probably talk about the idea for econ tomorrow, because yeah. Anyways, moving on to what I actually wanted to talk about, and none of this recap, go ahead, whatever. Going now. So I've watched just about every episode of Glee. I started a little bit late, so I didn't see the very beginning of the first season, but I watch every week now. And I like Glee, but I've never really been able to explain or understand why. I mean, it's like a blatantly, obviously, in-your-face, cheesy show. And normally that kind of bothers the crap out of me. And while the singers in the show are good, the cheesiness kind of overwhelms the quality, and the plotline isn't that excellent, and there are just a whole list of faults that are like running rampant throughout this television show. Yet every week people like me continue to tune in and watch what Mr. Shu is gonna do. Ha, I rhymed. And who's gonna hook up with who, and whether or not Jesse's a douche like I think he is. And this week while I was watching the newest episode, I finally realized what I like about Glee. Glee has this like abnormally wonderful way of just making you feel excellent every single time you watch it. Like, okay, so let me go back a little bit. I have solo ensemble tomorrow, which pretty much means I get to sing for some fancy schmancy judge. And I have to dress fancy schmancy because he's fancy schmancy. And while I do have some fancy schmancy clothes, most of them require heels, which I wasn't about to wear to sing in. So I got to go to Target, which required trying on clothes, which required Katie not feeling in her prime. So, I mean, while I'd been having a good day, I was kind of like, So I wasn't necessarily feeling bad, but I just wasn't feeling my best, right? And then I watched tonight's episode of Glee. And it was just happy and nice and just reminded me to be positive even when I've been telling myself the exact same thing the entire day. It has this way of doing that, of reminding us of these things that we tell ourselves over and over again, and that just don't sink in until we hear them in some horribly, wonderfully musical way, apparently. And I think that's why so many people like this show, because, I mean, we kind of need that, you know? And I don't say this to, like, undermine our loved ones or our own self-confidence and ability to motivate ourselves into feeling like awesome people. But, I mean, sometimes we just don't. And even when we do have people in our lives, like our family and our friends, to remind us that we're awesome, sometimes that just doesn't sink in. And sometimes we need some big black girl in a Cheerios costume. What are they called? Uniform. A uniform. Cheerios uniform. To remind us that we're beautiful, because the weird fitting tops at Target aren't making us feel that way. So I am proud to say that I like Glee, even if it is incredibly cheesy. Because you know what? It makes me happy. I will see you tomorrow. Yes, I will see you tomorrow. I promise. Okay, bye.